If you're pregnant right now and you've said that phrase, I hope I can breastfeed, or I'd like to breastfeed if I can, here are some tips that I wish I'd known when I was pregnant to prepare me for breastfeeding. Because, you know, breastfeeding can be extremely rewarding and it's a great way to bond, it's convenient, it's cheap, but it's challenging. It doesn't look like it does in the movies. So what can you do to make that process easier at the start? Well, firstly, during pregnancy, I would recommend that you attend antenatal classes if you can, or watch some online videos about the basics of breastfeeding. There's no way to really learn before you can practice with your baby in your arms, but having an idea of what to expect does help in the early days. Second, get as much help as you can before you leave hospital. There are midwives, breastfeeding support workers on the postnatal wards, and they're specially trained to help. Don't feel ashamed to ask them to check if you are latching the baby correctly every time you feed. So each time you latch your baby, just ring the bell or ask them to come and help you, come and check. That way you feel more confident when you get home and you're alone. Next, remember that if the latch does feel uncomfortable or it feels painful, you can delatch your baby using your little finger at the corner of their mouth, which releases the suction. Then you can improve their position and latch them again. This makes it more comfortable for you and also improves milk transfer to your baby, because with a poor latch, they're not getting much milk. Now, I'm not saying that anyone has to breastfeed, but if you've decided that breastfeeding is something that's important to you, do try to avoid bottles in the early days. Lots of skin to skin time and allowing baby to suckle as much as they want helps to increase your supply, as milk production works in response to the demand from your baby. So the more often they latch, the more you produce. And if you're introducing bottles, then you might confuse that process. Remember, cluster feeding is a normal part of newborn behaviour. Newborns cry for many reasons, and they're often settled best by breastfeeding because it gives them comfort as well as nutrition. So if you need to feed your baby multiple times in a row, it doesn't necessarily mean you've got a low milk supply. It's an important way that your baby is stimulating milk production and also loading up for the night ahead. You can tell that if breastfeeding is going well because your baby should settle between feeds. They should be putting on weight and also wetting and soiling their nappies regularly. Breastfed babies may need to feed every 1 to 3 hours, might be more frequent than that. If you're struggling, do remember that you can seek help if you need, and you can contact breastfeeding specialists such as lactation consultants. So let me know if there's anything that you wish you'd known about breastfeeding when you were pregnant.